Hello, this is Fishes for Life coming at you with another video. And the topic of this video is why you need to research before you buy specific kinds of fish. And before I get started, if you're wondering why the top of my tank looks funny, it's because I had the other glowfish hood, the flat hood, and all the lights died, and I could not replace them, and I could not get them unattached from the hood. And I'm going to be doing a review of that and to explain like a little bit more later. And so I got the Glowfish clip-on backlight, and the one thing I don't like is it's only the blue. You don't have the option of the white light. But for nighttime it's good, and my room is kind of light enough that they get enough daylight, and the glass top helps. But that's another video for another day. This topic is why you need to research before you buy certain species of fish. Certain species of fish have different water requirements, space requirements, habitat requirements, etc. You need to know before you buy a fish what you're getting into. This is really because a lot of pet stores, like Petco and PetSmart, other big name pet stores, when they sell fish, they are juveniles, so all the fish there look pretty small. But that doesn't necessarily mean those fish are going to stay small. When you see little Oscars in the pet store, those fish are going to eventually get huge, and they can't live in a small 10-gallon tank. Same with goldfish, same with plecos, especially common plecos, same with piranhas. You know, there's so many fish that they get big, but when they're sold as juveniles. And a lot of times they're sold as juveniles because, you know, it's the intention of you want the fish to kind of see the fish grow. And in the fish hobby, that's really rewarding to see your fish grow. But the thing is, you need to have the right size tank for them to begin with. There's a big myth out there that fish only grow to the size of their tank. This isn't entirely true. Some fish, it'll semi-stunt their growth, but this will lead to a quick death and very much shortened lifespan and poor health. Other fish will just simply outgrow the tank. They'll just keep growing and growing until they outgrow it, because with every water change and every time you feed them, they're growing. So you need to make sure that you have the proper requirements for the fish. Other fish need certain pH levels. Some may need specific types of plants or places to hide, like rock caves. Others may need a certain kind of tank size, obviously. There's just different things that every fish needs, and you need to be able to provide that and know how to provide it. And you need to know if it's right for your skill level. Other fish need other specific requirements, different diets, more time that you may need to take with them. And if you aren't someone who's going to be able to spend a lot of time maintaining an aquarium with a specific fish in it, then maybe you should consider not getting that type of fish. Fancy goldfish are a common one. Fancy goldfish need kind of a very much varied diet, and you need to constantly keep an eye on them with their swim bladder. You need to do regular water changes because they produce a lot of waste. There's a whole laundry list of things that different fish need, and this is why you need to do research. Before any fish I bought, I did research on that particular fish. When I got my Colombian blue reds that were in here and my Serpes, I researched both of those fish extensively to make sure that they would be compatible together, for one, that I could provide the right pH and water quality in the tank, that I had enough plants and the types of plants they wanted. They weren't picky about types of plants, but you know, they required lots of plants because they like to hide. It ended up not working out so well because I had 2 bouts of ick that killed a lot of the fish, and I really feel in a 10-gallon you should really consider just kind of being species specific, because a school of 3 of each tetra, because I could only get 6 3-inch fish in a tank like this, They ended up kind of fighting with each other, and I just feel like that wasn't a big enough school for that, each type of fish. But, you live and you learn. Currently, D'Artagnan is my last Tetra, and in there with him is my female beta, Athena. Sometimes D'Artagnan chases her, but for the most part, they get along. I'm not going to be putting any other fish in here until I either have another tank, or if one of them dies, which I hope that isn't the case. I would rather just, when I have room to have another tank, which would be when I move out of my parents' house, so that's not for at least another couple years until I'm done with school. Um, with betas, of course, I made sure to research them extensively, and there's lots of good resources here on YouTube of people with fish channels that talk about certain species and what they need. There's lots of good resources on Google, and never watch just one video and one person or look at just one website. Always make sure to look at a couple and, really get to know this type of fish and make sure that you're not getting misinformation. If you are fortunate enough to have a local aquarium store like I do that specializes in just selling fish in aquariums, ask the people there about certain types of fish and what they need and what types of supplies you're going to need, because you really need to know what kind of fish you're getting. It's a huge problem. You got pet stores, big name pet stores that sell beginner fish keepers, huge fish like common plecos and Oscars, and these people have no clue what the fish needs, how big they're going to get, and they end up being in a really bad situation, you know, where the tank is too small and the person can't care for them and they die. This needs to stop. Simple as that. In today's world, there's no reason why you can't do some research before buying a fish. With the internet and phones, there's just no excuse for it. You need to research before you buy a fish. Or any pet for that matter. Any kind of pet. Especially, another problem is with dogs. People buy certain dog breeds and they don't research the type of breed and the breed's needs. It's just any kind of pet you get. Do some research, because you need to make sure that you know what you're getting into and that you're able to care for them properly. And it's just simple as that. And so that is the end of this video.